Hello, my friends, and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Former US President Donald Trump says that he would and he knows how to end this war in Ukraine, and he would do this in 24 hours if he were elected president again. And he's providing his solution in an article coming from Russia Today. He was asked a few questions while he was in Florida, and he said, well, I will end this conflict in 24 hours. And I'm not going to do it the day I get elected. The second I get elected, the night after I get elected, I will put a stop to this war. Well, my personal assessment is that he might have those intentions, but I don't think even his phone call will be connected towards whomever he wants to contact. But hey, that's my assessment of what I observed last time. So let's see his solution. This comes from Russia Today, February 21st, 2023. Trump reveals how he would end Ukraine conflict. The ex-US leader vowed to immediately call Moscow and Kiev if re-elected. Former US President Donald Trump claims he would end the Ukraine conflict within hours if he wins the presidential election in 2024 by directly appealing to the presidents of Russia and Ukraine. Speaking at a rally in Florida on Monday, Trump was asked what he would do to put an end to hostilities, and replied that he would spring into action even before being sworn into office. Do that and you won't be sworn into office. And I'm quoting, I would literally start calling not from the day I took over, but from the night I won. And I called two people, Russian President Vladimir Putin and Ukrainian President Vladimir Zelensky, and I'll say, we're going to meet. I guarantee I could work that out, end quote. And I'm quoting again, I'll tell one guy this, and I'll tell one guy that. We would have a deal made in 24 hours, he said. Trump went on to say that, and I'm quoting, continuing to pour money in Ukraine is delaying a peaceful settlements and, I'm quoting again, getting a lot of people killed, end quote. In recent months, Trump has repeatedly called for the US to lead the way in negotiating a peace settlement in Ukraine, while blasting the way President Joe Biden has handled the conflict. In late January, he claimed that his successor, and I'm quoting, has brought us to the brink of World War III through, and I'm quoting, weakness and incompetence, end quote. He also condemned the US's decision to send M1 Abrams tanks to Ukraine, saying that the move could bring about a nuclear war. Trump's comments came as Biden made a surprise visit to Kiev on Monday to personally meet with Zelensky, while promising another 500 million in security assistance to Ukraine, including more artillery, ammunition, rockets, and anti-armor systems. Russia has repeatedly warned the West against supplying Ukraine with weapons, arguing it will only prolong the conflict. Moscow has also said that arms shipments made the West a direct party to hostilities. Now let's unpack this with the Trump. What can he do or what can't he? First, I don't think he will get near the presidential, the White House unless visiting. He's not going to be. I mean, he's not. I doubt that he will be allowed to even, get close to the White House. Let's put it this way. But let's say in case he does, and he's getting elected as a U.S. president. Did you see his first term? Did you see what he said many times? And he instructed his CIA to do this. He instructed FBI to do that. Start this investigation. Look into that. Remember those things, especially into a certain kind of laptop. And I remember when he urged and he told the military to get the hell out of Syria. Remember that one? Did they get out? Yeah, I guess not. So I observe certain kind of hesitation, and I'm using the word hesitation very, very mildly. hesitation from his departments that he is in charge of. Actually, now the federal government is in charge of defense and FBI and so on. Those are federal departments, institutions, however you want to call them. And they hesitated in, let's put it mildly, following his directives. So if you think that this guy is going to succeed, well, you have to think of the people that have to transmit the orders. So yeah, he might be able to call these guys, but from that into the implementation, or he's going to say, okay, Gigi, you are the new this. Hey, Mike, you're the new this. Do you think they would? And besides, okay, I'm pretty sure Russia will say yes, but I don't think that Ukraine will say yes, especially when Trump is over there. But hey, at least he could give it a try. I think that I foresee, or I have a gut feeling, that it's very possible Trump, if gets elected, or not, if he gets at the White House, to try what he said. I'm 100% certain, or 99% certain, that he will try to do what he said that he will do. The problem is, he might, I don't know, he's old, if you know what I mean. And being old, your chances to die are, increasing. So he might not be able to do what he said that he would do. For obvious reasons. He might have a heart attack, or, God forbid, a stroke or something. I mean, we have, what's his name? Roosevelt, right? Franklin. We have him, poor guy, died after he was elected 4 times. And yeah, it's okay. We'll find out. At least this guy comes with an offer, or at least with a different approach. Do you think that the forces or the interests that are behind certain kind of situations, let's put it mildly, will support Trump, or allow Trump to first get near the White House as the first one? And if he gets over there, do you think that they will say, yeah, okay, we'll do what you say, what you said, yeah, we're going to do that? Do you think that's going to happen? I'm very skeptical. I have great doubts that the interests that are actually profiting out of all this, and I can name 3, but they're just lucky. I'm not implying they did anything wrong, which they didn't. They worked within the system, but they used their... So I'm talking about the military-industrial complex, I'm talking about the banking system, and the energy sector. These 3 are the biggest success story. Lucky, by luck. It's just because the crazy Putin invaded unprovoked Ukraine. We had to react, and we had to fight the forces of evil, because we are the forces of good, you see? So then we impose all those sanctions, and due to those sanctions, the arms industry shut up. The banking, how should I put it, industry sector increased its loans left and right, because you have countries that are tanking because of the sanctions and the coronavirus and all that. So they borrow money like crazy with interest. And then we have obviously the energy suppliers who are making a kill. And there I covered that in a few articles already, a few videos from their articles. It's not from my butt. And they tell us how much money Chevron made, Shell made, and many others, Total, and so on. So I don't think those guys will say, okay, you know what, guys, this guy is in charge here now, and we're just not going to have any more, such a big, not revenues, profits, tens of billions. I think it was like $50 billion profit last year or something, like profits, not revenues, we made the deals, this is how much we turned and so on. No. This is what we keep. That's not a small sum of money, let's put it mildly. So, yeah, good luck to Trump, but I foresee that I gave him a chance, not because he would not have the support, but it's a long way to the top if you want to rock and roll, which means first he has to win the primaries. No, First, he must be, or let's see if he's allowed to run. That's the first one. Or maybe the other way. Let's start back. Let's see if he's going to be alive by then. I mean, he's old. The second one, let's see if will be allowed to run. Let's see if he's going to be able to pass the primaries in the Republican Party. And then let's see if he's going to get the vote, the popular vote and the electoral college vote, which the popular vote, electoral college. So yeah, work within the system. And then if he gets to the White House and he's going to say, hey, Gigi, you do this, Michael, you do this, give me the phone. All right? Or, I'm going to just fall like a rat there, in a little thing. Before he gets to call who said the ones that he said will call. Anyway, we'll find out, right? If they allow us to be alive by then. If you know what I mean. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.